This is Stryker of Enyo, and welcome to Achievement Guidebook, where we give a detailed look at the very easy and simple to obtain achievements and trophies. I give you a quick look at the amount of time it'll take you to earn them all, I give you a level of difficulty, how many playthroughs are required, and then I cover the game mechanics and give you a feeling of what to expect when you play the game. This time we're actually going to do all of the achievements in the game, but in this first 5 minutes or so you're going to have an idea of how the game plays and all the details you need before you go out and buy this thing. So this is Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. It was a very successful game that released back in 2013, developed by Starbreeze Studios and published by 505 Games. It was brought to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 in 2015. It's a linear puzzle platformer adventure game with a focus on story, some light puzzle mechanics involving two-player controlled characters, and is also a very short game, which makes it perfect for us achievement/trophy hunters. New players will take between 2.5 to about 3 hours to complete the game normally. This is due to needing to explore the world and solve puzzles, but returning players will be able to run through this game in under 2 hours, because you're already going to know exactly what to do. The reception for Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons was so good that following its release, EA snapped up creator Joseph Fares and gave him his own studio, Hazelight. They started work on another project, which turned out to be A Way Out in 2018, which released at a $30 budget price and has received numerous praise from review outlets. For console users, this game earns a Double Dip achievement badge.
Double Dip?
Yeah, I know it looks like crap. I don't have the budget to pay myself to do a better job at the moment. What this means is that the achievements are exactly the same on Xbox 360 and Xbox One, and the trophies are exactly the same on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. So once you get them on one platform, you can get them exactly the same way on the other. The only difference is that the Xbox 360 total is only 400 gamer score versus 1,000. So let's take a quick look at the quick look. Yep, that's what I call it. I mean, that's what it does. So achievement difficulty is going to be a 2. It's very easy. You're gonna breeze through this game. I mean, seriously, there are some things you're gonna have to do and manipulate with the controller, but I mean, seriously, a Telltale game is the only other game series that is really easier than this. Time to complete, you're looking at about 2 to 3 hours. If you've completed the game before, you can get this thing done in under 2 hours, of course. But for your first time, you're looking at about 2.5 to maybe 3 hours, quite honestly. I was trying to make sure to get things done in the right order, but honestly, I think I got done in about 3 hours. If you actually want to complete the game, you're looking at about 3.5, because honestly, we're going to be done in 3 hours, and you don't need to actually play the last 2 stages of the game. So more on that later. Minimum playthroughs, we're only going to do 1, so make sure you keep track of everything. We really don't want to come back and have to replay a certain section. All the achievements are missable, all 12 of them, unfortunately, so you're just going to have to pay attention because none of them are linked to completing chapters or anything like that. They're all trying to complete little ancillary things in the chapters themselves. And the price, you're looking at about, it's been staying at $20 US for a long time. So when it goes on sale, you're looking at about the $10 to $12 range. It has been given away free on Xbox games with Gold service, the 360 version. So it's possible you may see it again in the future for Xbox One. Now, at the time of this video's release, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons is on Xbox Game Pass. So it's free for you to download and play as long as you have a subscription to the service. And that's why I'm covering the game, because it's basically free to play for you, just like that Sherlock Holmes game, if it's still included. So let's take a look at the tools that we're using. Of course, as always, XboxAchievements.com and PlayStationTrophies.org. You need to go there and check them out. I got all that stuff in the description below, so just go ahead and check out the Trophies Guide or the Achievement Guide, whether it's on PlayStation Trophies or on Xbox Achievements. But that's what we're going to be using. I do recommend another guide, a video guide from Maca91 Productions. He's got one on just the achievements, but he doesn't go through this little opening that I kind of do and explain the difficulty and do a few other things. You can use that one. I did use his as well. There's also a complete walkthrough, including achievements by Conzel. I got a link for his stuff in there too. So that's basically a walkthrough if you just want to watch a video going through. So, what does it play like? Well, it's a very linear puzzle platformer. Some light puzzle mechanics involving controlling two characters simultaneously. One analog stick controls the older brother and the other stick controls the younger brother, while each brother can interact with objects using their corresponding left or right trigger. It's mostly derived of environmental puzzles. Push one brother up while the other one knocks down a rope, climb up and across obstacles together, swing your brother using a rope, turn mechanism, rotate things to open them up. Very simple. Younger teenagers should have no problem playing this. Children may struggle in two particular sections that require quick timing, but for the most part, this is going to be easy for everybody. So here we go. Here's my walkthrough. All achievements / trophies. There are only 12 achievements and trophies available in the game, and they are only achieved by performing tasks that are not related to story progression, which means that you could easily miss most of them if you're just trying to complete the game as fast as possible. A chapter select is available upon completion of the game, so it is possible to go back if you need to, but my walkthrough will solve that. I mean, seriously, we do not want to mess up, so make sure you do it right the first time, or else you're going to have to complete the game. That means you're going to have to play an extra 30 minutes that normally you wouldn't have to, and there's only like 1 or 2 achievements that, well, I mean, they're all missable, right? So, hey, just pay attention, and we'll get through this without having to use chapter select. So here we go. We are now in the prologue. This is the first achievement that we are going for. This is Take a Break. Just to let you know that when you're going to start seeing like Prologue and Chapter 1 and 2, you're never going to see these indications in the game itself. These are only if you mess up royally and have to complete the game and you need to come back. This is where they're located. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to bring this old man, it's your dad. We're going to bring him to that bridge. Then there's going to be a path that is down and then to the left. Not back into the left. That's JFK. So we're going to want to interact with the stones with the smaller brother. This is going to happen throughout the game. One brother will be able to interact with something that the other one will not be able to. And then there we go. We got our achievement for that. And then we can just take off. So this is just the way the game works. You're going to find a ledge. The bigger brother will be able to hoist up the smaller brother. The smaller brother is going to go over and drop down the rope so that the bigger brother can grab it and pull up. And remember, you're controlling both characters at the exact same time. So it's a little cumbersome, but I mean, you'll kind of get used to it. A lot of cranks, a lot of valves, and a lot of other stuff kind of like this. The smaller brother can go through small little spaces that the bigger brother can't, although, quite honestly, there's no reason that guy couldn't just jump the fence or squeeze through himself. But these are the game mechanics. So here we are. This is the first one that we are. This is the Wishing Well achievement. So you're going to find a little girl that's playing basketball. We're just going to grab her ball, and then we're going to go back up those steps and over to the well and drop the ball in. Of course, I end up dropping it because you need to realize that both brothers can't be too far away from each other. So as you can see, they're like, hey, I'm over here. Yeah, that's great. But you need to actually get them close enough, or else you can't move forward with the other one. So there you go. Just pick up the ball, drop it in, and there you go. There's your achievement. Pretty simple, and you just do the dance of being an idiot. So then you're going to come to this spot where a dog is going to run out and try to kill you. But, I mean, it's an adventure game. So, I mean, all you got to do is just preoccupy his time with one brother while the other one moves across the screen. I mean, it's an adventure game. You probably can't even die anyway, so I don't even know why you even bother. So just move forward. Oh. You can die? I didn't know that! So we just got to swing over and not... Ah! Son of a... Alright, just gotta use the wrong damn controller! Fuck! Alright, does that thing hurt? Oh god, right in the face! Just gotta jump. Damn it, I let go! No! I did it both ways! Alright, so apparently you can die in the game. But here we are, Chapter 1. This is going for bunny buddies. You're going to come across where you're seeing these little bunnies that are having fun. And most of them are all black, and there's one white bunny. So naturally, this is a life lesson for kids. If all your friends are black and you're white, then you just need to pick yourself up and drown them in soot, and you'll look like your friends until it rains, and then they'll all, hey, he's not black. Let's get him. So yeah, I mean, you literally just dip them in, and there's your achievement. And then they'll run off and play together. So it's cute, you know, whatever. So this is for black sheep. Now you need to get on the little hamster wheel thing with the little kid to drop the bridge. Then you need to grab a sheep from across the way and then bring the sheep over. Now what you're going to do is, eventually you're going to need to bring one of the sheep and put him in the wheel anyway for both characters to get over. So you might as well just do that right away. But you're still going to take one of those sheep and bring it all the way back to that soot from the fireplace, and you're going to dip him in for the achievement of black sheep. So it's pretty much the same thing. There's also a bird cage that's off to the right of this. That's going to be part of Lovebirds Part 1. I'll get to that in a second. So here you go. The big brother has to be the one to bring the sheep down. You can't pick them up with the little one. So you bring them all the way over to the bunnies, and then you dip them in the soot, and then there you go. There is your achievement. So I guess they all play together now that they're all black? I don't know. I mean, I don't stick around. Here's where that bird cage is, though. So you definitely want to open the bird cage and release it. Sorry I didn't get recorded. I just did it automatically. I didn't know it related to an achievement. But that's part 1. You have to do that in order to get the achievement later in the game. Now, Chapter 2 doesn't have anything, so you can do that on your own. This is when we're going to get into Chapter 3. This is our next achievement, the shooting star one. So after you get done fighting off the wolves with your torch, you're going to come to a cemetery where you don't need the torch anymore. Honestly, I would have probably kept the torch during the cemetery part. But there's a statue right here off to the right that the little boy needs to interact with. I don't know if you need to interact with it first with the older brother, but the younger brother is the one that will initiate this cutscene, and then you will get your achievement for shooting star. I mean, falling star. It's the same thing, right? Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be spoilers coming up here. So you know, just to let you know, yeah, I can't figure out analog sticks. Come on, get down the stairs. So, hi, giant representation of my dead mom. In no way does this mean anything. My gosh. I mean, my mom's dead, but you don't see me dreaming about her huge freaking eyeball looking at me. Just pick her nose, why don't you? There's some stuff in there, I can see it. So you might be wondering about these little, the benches, right? I mean, do they mean anything? No, they're not related to anything, any of the achievements until the very end of the game, the very last one. Otherwise, they mostly just give you a preview of where you need to go next. But you don't need to do them. You don't necessarily need to do them with one brother or the other, except the last one. So here we are in Chapter 4. This is a sad tune. So off to the right of the path, you're going to see a guy that's basically trying to kill himself. Once you pull yourself together, you need to use the big brother to hold him. Use the little brother to climb up the rope and then undo the top part of the rope. So you have a little bit of time. I'm not sure if he can actually just die and it saves or not. I always get to him pretty fast. So, okay, now you need to go over to his burnt house and collect the music box, because that will save him, I suppose. So, yeah, you need to bring both brothers down here. I mean, you can't use just one, I don't think. So bring them both down here. You're going to see the music box is kind of at the end. It's way over. It's in the shaft of light. So I believe I screw up. You're gonna screw up in this game. Once I figured out that you can finally die. Yeah, you're gonna release a trigger when you shouldn't. You're gonna hit something when you think it's safe to do it, and or you're gonna time something wrong, like what I'm gonna do here in about a. Yep, there he goes. So it was just a matter of I was trying to pick it up with one trigger, and I ended up releasing the other trigger instead, or something like that. So once you bring the music box back to the guy, then he will be happy, and he'll completely forget about his burnt down home and his dead wife and kid, apparently. But yeah, you'll get your achievement, and then we shall move on. That was a sad tune. Once again, these chapter numbers are not going to show up for you. You won't have any indication. You'll just come across these events that will end up happening. At least you stayed to bury his family, right? I mean, that's... I forget when the achievement exactly popped, but it's pretty close to that point. There you go. Do the happy dance on the grave, and we'll move on. So when you meet this guy, he's going to throw you a sprocket or whatever, and I mean a gear. You're going to use it. So make sure that as soon as you get up to this level that we're going to go up and to the left. Go up and to the... God, I just cannot control both analog sticks. So we're going to go up here. Make sure you don't interact with anything else because you might end up furthering the plot. So what you're going to do here is you're going to move the big thing to the 5th spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's like the 5th one, and then you're going to turn the crank as the little boy, and then you'll get your achievement for... what is it? Making him dance? Yeah, Windpipe. That's basically what it is. Now we're also going to immediately go into Lovebirds Part 2. That's going to be immediately after we do that. Like I said, make sure you don't go down to the glider. Once you touch that glider, I mean, you take off and you're going to end up missing the other achievements. But you need to figure out which analog stick you're going to use, idiot. So you need to come down to this little spyglass, and you're going to use it. And you need to go, what is it, down and to the right? No, the inverted controls were weird for me. So yeah, and the camera will automatically lock on, and you'll get your achievement for Lovebirds because you freed his sex slave. So now they can finally. Do we really need to watch this whole thing? Come on! My God, this just goes on. Okay, so you're gonna do this thing, and it's gonna be really cool, and then you're gonna be like, thank you, Atreyu, or whatever your name is, and he's gonna be like, I'm gonna die. I'm glad I brought you here. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, you literally killed the bird, or the owl thing, trying to get here, and the older brother's like, well, at least we got here, and oh, I got a cool feather now. This is awesome. Yeah, he gave his life. So here we are in Chapter 5. You're going to come across this giant thing or whatever. It's like a battle scene, but don't worry, everyone's basically already dead. Call of the Giants. So you basically need to get through the area and blow a horn. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to move the arrow that's in this guy's arm in order to come down with an axe, chop the guy's leg off. Like I said, don't worry, they're gentle giants. They're also, I think, pretty much dead. And you just need to go under his crotch, go up and off to the right. I'm not sure if you can actually go down anyway. I don't think you can go further down that way. But what you want to do is you want to cross over this beam, go up, and then off to the right a little bit. And then with the older brother, you're going to want to interact with the horn, and that will give you your achievement. Like I said, there's certain brothers that need to do certain things in order to get your achievement. I believe the little one obviously is too small to blow this thing, but the big brother, he's got enough blow. So there you go. There's your achievement for that. So here we are, Chapter 6. This is the last chapter that we actually have to play. This first one is Behind the Curtain. So after you run from the little whatever they are, you're going to get in this boat. And this is going to happen pretty shortly. So what happens is once you come around this bend here, there's going to be a blood waterfall that you're going to see, and you want to head toward it. I know. You normally probably wouldn't want to head toward the blood waterfall, but it's a video game, so you're going to be completely safe. So you want to make sure to angle off to the right, because if you go left, then you're going to completely skip it. I'm not sure if there's a way you can come back to it or not, but you just basically need to go underneath it. No, it doesn't make you go underneath the entrails. Don't worry about that. And once you get inside, you're going to see their little dance of joy, and then, I mean, that's it. You'll get an achievement because you saw them do their thing. And there it is. I mean, that's literally it. I mean, as soon as you get control of the camera again, or control of the boat, you can just go straight out. And then it's on to the next one. Oh, also, watch out for the whales. I thought, oh wow, they're so beautiful, so majestic. Yeah, they will kill your ass if you get too close. So, here we are. This is turtle love, turtle soup. So when you get to this spot, you're going to see a turtle off to the side, and that's going to clue you in like, hey, I might need to do something with turtles. Yeah, you're going to see the big mama here. Make sure you do not continue off to the left. What you're going to want to do is you want to go to the right. Go to the right. There you go. So you're gonna see him fall down, and you need to collect the 3 turtles here. Go ahead and go up to the top. You got to do the usual thing. Big brother on the bottom. Little brother jumps up to the foothold. And then you're going to want to push or grab and kick down the top turtle. And then you're going to want to grab and pull these 2 turtles up a slope that's a little further to the left. It's like down and to the left. Just, it's going to take you a few seconds to actually pull him all the way up. The big brother can either pick him up and bring him up there, or else you can drag him up. But as soon as you get the last 2 turtles, well, you got to get all 3 of them. But once you drop all 3 turtles into that little chute, then you will get your achievement. And then once again, did we do the Dance of Joy? I'm pretty sure. Yep, we do the Dance of Joy. That signifies I got my achievement, and I'm an idiot. And the last achievement is just around the bend. Seriously, as soon as you go up that path and scale the wall right behind the turtles, I mean, that's it. We're going to be done. Hopefully you didn't miss anything. So here we come. You're going to see this thing. You're going to see people in the snow. I don't know if they're real or not. You're going to see a saw blade. Just screw that. Just keep on going. Keep going up. Keep going up. Try your best to get those analog sticks to work. And then you're going to want to have both brothers sit on this bench at the exact same time. It will not unlock if only one brother sits down like I do. It's a little tricky. You got to get them both kind of lined up. Otherwise, the one brother will just automatically sit in the middle. You have to get both brothers kind of in there. And then there you go. Now they're both sitting, and that's going to trigger your final achievement. And that means we do not have to play the last part of the game. And yes, I know about the big cliffhanger-like ending thing. It's okay. But we don't have to play it. We basically get to skip 30 minutes of the game by not having to complete it. So hopefully, there you go. Do your Dance of Joy, you dumb little idiots. You got your full 1,000. You got your master achievement or whatever. And you literally can just leave the game at this point. You do not need to go any further. That was the last achievement. That's the last trophy. You don't need to play the game anymore. If you want to, that's fine. But hey, this has been Achievement Guidebook. I hope that helps you out. And yeah, there's a director's commentary, but you don't need it. But hey, go out and get yourself the PlayStation 3 version or the Xbox 360 game, or vice versa, and complete that and get all those achievements all over again and get all those delicious trophies all over again. You should start seeing some videos pop up here. I try to interject a little bit of humor as I'm going through a game. So seriously, even with that hour and 6 minute long Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter, achievement guidebook video. You're probably going to learn something. You might even laugh a couple of times during it. So check them out. Even if you don't have the game, it helps me out. Thank you so much.